Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you a different sort of Smash video. I don't usually do these, but this one has had my interest peaked ever since I guess found out about it, a day or two ago or whenever this kind of came out. So I'm kind of doing like a debunking leak. So basically, if you haven't heard, there's been this render leak that was making its way through the rounds on the internet recently, all over message boards and forums and comment sections, just all over the place. And I got a couple pictures, and I'm going to kind of go over some points. I got a bunch of stuff written down here. So here's what I think. So first of all, if you haven't seen it, this is apparently a leaked screenshot. I think it's from like an ESRB, like a ratings leak of the game. I think the game is E10 plus, if I'm not mistaken, for Smash Ultimate, that is. So then a bunch of these like photos, pics kind of just came out, and I'm just gonna kind of dive into it. So let's just start from left to right. Actually, let me start on the right hand side. First of all, hopefully my face cam's not in the way. Let me zoom in here, because this one is the biggest one that nobody's talking about. See here on the far right hand side of the screen? See that? Maybe it's hard to see. Hopefully you can see that. Wario's confirmed for Smash Ultimate. Boom! I did it. I just confirmed. No, I'm just joking. We already knew that. I'm just joking. But no, let's start on the left hand side here. So, Shadow the Hedgehog, one of the most talked about potential Echo fighter wise characters a lot of people are expecting. So Shadow, let's just dive into what Shadow looks like. So first of all, there's a few things to me that just kind of scream, okay, hold up, that doesn't seem totally legit. I mean, a few of these, you know, they don't look half bad, but if you look at Shadow, first thing that you're going to notice is his pose and the way he's got it, his body. I believe if you're looking at him, it's going to be his left leg is kicking across his body, and I thought that was really weird. Like, where have I seen that before? Well, then you go to the Smash website, look at Sonic, right? Sonic has the exact same pose. He has the exact same pose, left leg going across the body. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Shadow is just a different, it's Sonic. That's basically Sonic. I mean, the mouth is just on the other side. It's a mirrored version of Sonic, and then they just put shadow colors on it. That's all I'm getting from that. I don't think that Shadow is real. I haven't seen that render anywhere else besides a mirrored Sonic, so I think that's pretty fake. Plus, another thing I noticed, look at the let me zoom in just a bit here on the logo right by Shadow. See how right by the W, it's like a red Sonic head? Well, if I'm not mistaken, the colors don't change for series, for characters. I mean, because first of all, Sonic's logo right here on the website, it's blue. Why would Shadows be red? They're going to be repped by Sonic. I mean, okay, unless maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe there are series that have, you know, the same series that have different colors for their logo. I'm pretty sure I don't remember seeing that anywhere. So Shadow seems really bad to me, and it's a good effort, but it just red flags all over the place. So let's move on to the Chorus Kids. Now, if I'm not mistaken, first of all, Chorus Kids is the name for them in America, and I believe they're referred to as the Chorus Men over in Japan. So, of course, this is an English American league here for the States. So, a few things that I noticed. It's actually not a bad render for the Chorus Kids. It's not a bad render. But the big thing that screams out to me, and this, I had to really look for this one. It might be a bit tough to see, but I'll see what I can do. So, look at the logo. It's going to be hard to tell, but it's basically an R. I wish I could doodle on this right now. Where's Doodle Bob when you need him? But I wish you could just, it's an R and an H for the series logo. To me, that's weird. To me, that is weird, because the Chorus Kids, the Chorus Men, Rhythm Heaven is not referred to as Rhythm Heaven in Japan or Europe. Some different name, I didn't write it down, I don't remember. But it's not referred to as Rhythm Heaven across the world. There's different names for the series. So why would RH be the logo for Chorus Kids? Wouldn't it have to be something universal? Because that is something else I've noticed for series. Well, how did I word this again? Okay, so if I'm correct, there's never been a series emblem that differs from region to region. So like like the Pokemon, just as an example, Pokemon emblem is the same thing in Japan, United States, Europe, all over the place. It's the same thing. Why would all of a sudden Chorus Kids comes in and they have RH? That doesn't, it doesn't make sense to me. They'd have to do something, more universal for one symbol. They're not going to do multiple symbols for, one for series logo for Japan, for the United States, for Europe. You get what I'm saying? So I think right there, to me, that just kind of screams, that's weird. I think that's another red flag for me. Let's move on to Agnes. I've never played the Bravely Default series, but that's who it's from. That's where she's from. That's what series she's from. So, two big things. I had to kind of research this a bit. The big one, let's just get this out of the way right now. Agnes, if that's how you pronounce her name, the little accent above her name. And let me zoom in here. Zoom in it. There we go. All right, so little accent above the E. It's not supposed to be going down to the left, how we're looking. It's supposed to go down to the right. So the accent is supposed to be flipped. So, and some people could, might say, okay, what about, it could just be a simple typo. Well, you think when Sakurai is doing this, he's not going to let a typo, especially for a character's name, kind of go unnoticed. It's a big part of her name. They're not gonna get the accent wrong. So to me, that's a red flag right there. Big red flag. And one that was pointed out to me, because again, I don't know a lot about the Bravely Default series, was her hair. So the way we're looking at it, her hair's going down and across the right side of her face. And some people were saying her hair's supposed to be going the other way, and I got a pic. I'll get to that Isaac one in a minute. But here's a pic of Agnes, hair going down to the left. That's how she's referred to. That's what she looks like. So why in this character render model, why would the hair be flopped? That doesn't make sense to me as well. It seems weird. So there's two flags right there. The accent being the big one, and then the hair. That's another one that people pointed out to me. So seems weird. And then, of course, Wario. How can we do... No, I'm just joking. I'm done with Wario. Moving on. Now we got the pick of Isaac. I got a few decent things here about Isaac. So, first things first. Doesn't look like Isaac to me. Not really. The hair... I think the hair's just the thing throwing it all off for me, right? And then if you look at it, I'll zoom in a bit again. Oh, come on now. Look at the sword on the left-hand side of the pic, right? It just seems bizarre. Like right here, here's where like the sword's kind of coming up from the screen. It's like it's not connected to anything. It's not like he's holding it. It's just it's like the sword is just floating there, right? It just seems so bizarre. It's weird. But I then had a thought about the sword. Not me, sorry. I didn't have a thought. Somebody brought this point up, and here's the pic. Okay, hold up. I'll get there. There it is. So they circled it, right? So what does that circle mean, you ask? I will tell you. The way he's holding the sword isn't from like his hand and then the sword's going up. He's holding the sword up here and it's going down. So what he circled, or this person circled, is his hand is right here in the circle. So the sword's coming down across. It's not going up. It's going down across. So, okay, so that explains the sword, right? Well, what about the hair? What about the outfit? Something just seems off about Isaac, right? Well, another good thing that was pointed out, I'm having a hard time actually debunking this Isaac one, because all the points I came up with have actually been countered, and now to the hair point, the hair just seems too dark, right? I feel like it should be more, blonde, lighter at least, right? Well, there's another character in, was it Golden Sun Dark Dawn? Matthew. I don't know much about it, never played the game, but Matthew has, he's like the collar, especially for this character model that you see right here. The colors just seem to represent, Matthew. So somebody said, what if this is just an alternate, not a skin, but an alternate color swap? You know, this will represent Matthew. And to another good point, look at the logo for the series. That's the logo from Golden Sun Dark Dawn. So to me, this makes sense right here. This actually could make sense. Isaac, this could just be a color swap to represent Matthew from Dark Dawn. That's what the logo seems to, you know, be referring to. So maybe this Isaac one is actually legit. That could very well be a possibility. And then I think I have here's the Matthew in case I just want to see, because like the color just seems to fit much. Come on now, what you doing? I didn't say you could do that. All right, but yeah, the color just seems to fit better. The color of the jacket, the collar especially. It seems like that's what they were going with. So I could understand that for Isaac getting like a Matthew kind of color swap. So that makes sense to me. There's the Agnes one again. But yeah, this is just a few things that I wanted to bring up. Again, this render especially. Shadow's just basically a mirrored version of Sonic. The logo is just wrong color. The Chorus Kids, the series logo especially, is just doesn't make any sense. And then Agnes, of course, with the accent being the wrong way and the hair going the wrong way. There's too many red flags for me to believe this one. So I mean, that's just kind of a few points that I had. But the Isaac one, I kind of believe in the Isaac one. This could very well be just a color swap. That plain and simple. That's all it could be, which would explain the hair. It explains the logo. So I don't know. That's just I guess I don't really have anything else, do I? I mean, got that. Talked about that. I think I pretty much talked about everything I wrote down. So I got nothing else. I mean, if you have anything else you want to like add, maybe there's something that you see that makes it seem more believable to you, let me know down in the comments. Or do you have any more evidence that shows that, hey, this is totally fake, you know, this, or maybe this was actually proven fake by someone somewhere. I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you believe this is real? Do you believe this is fake? I tried to somewhat debunk this, so yeah. Again, Isaac, I'm actually believing the more I started writing down facts and I was thinking about it. But the Shadow, the Chorus Kids, the Agnes, it just doesn't add up to me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.